Long before becoming the Enlightened One, Buddha had to pass through many different lifetimes of being different beings like monkey, bird, tradesman, and so on. In this Vedabbha Jataka, Buddha recalls his life as a disciple to a Brahmin teacher in Varanasi during the reign of Brahmadatta. The Brahmin knew a mantra called Vedabbha. This mantra, when said at a particular conjunction of the full moon, could make 7 different kinds of jewelry rain. Once the Brahmin had to go to another town for some work, so he took Bodhisattva along with him. Midway in a dense forest, they were stopped by a troop of thieves consisting of 500 people. The troop stripped everything off the duo and demanded more. Seeing that they couldn't get any more, they decided to keep the teacher and sent the Bodhisattva back to the village to get some more money. The thugs then threatened the Bodhisattva that if he wasn't back in 24 hours with the requested money, they would end the life of his dear teacher. Seeing this, the Bodhisattva paid homage to his teacher and assured him that he will collect the money by every means and free him. Since the conjunction of the moon was the night, he also warned his teacher not to recite the mantra even if he was suffering. He predicted that there was no limit to the greed of these thugs, so reciting the mantra could lead to a huge disaster. Saying this, he took his leave from his teacher and went in search of ransom. The thieves had tied up the teacher and laid him down, and the teacher was suffering immensely. The thieves mocked him, and it was getting unbearable for the teacher. He thought for a while and recalled what his disciple had said to him, and he thought to himself, "Why should I be the one to suffer? And why should I hear what this puny disciple has to say? After all, I am his teacher." As the sunset was near and the moon was about to rise, he made his decision to tell the thugs about the mantra and declared, "Hey, you puny thugs, come here and free me immediately. You don't know who I am and what I am capable of. Free me immediately and I can make a shower of jewelry from the sky." Hearing this, the thugs laughed at first and called their head. The head was skeptical, but anyway decided to give the teacher a chance, as there was no way he could escape, so he ordered the troops to untie the teacher and allow him to perform his rituals accordingly. As the full moon was on the rise, the teacher then recited the mantra, and 7 different jewelry fell from the sky. All of the thieves saw this and they were amazed at the sight. They were all merry and happy and were celebrating. As they were about to leave, they were raided by another group of 500 thugs. Seeing the jewelry, the second group of thugs demanded how they had obtained it, and they all pointed to the teacher, saying that he could make jewelry out of thin air, and left from there. The second group of thugs immediately caught hold of the teacher and demanded him to generate the same jewelry. The teacher explained that the moon had already risen and the ceremony couldn't be done until next year, but the thugs were blinded by greed and couldn't understand what he was saying. So they decided to kill him. Hence, they split him in 2 halves. Soon, they went running after the first group of thugs and they started fighting and won. Soon, the members within the group also started fighting and killing each other. The fighting continued until 2 people remained. Those 2 people then ran towards the nearby city and guarded the jewelry. They were exhausted and hungry. So one of them decided to go to one of the houses and bring some rice, whereas the other guarded the jewelry with his sword. After eating the rice, he suddenly hatched a plan to kill his fellow friend so that he could be the sole owner of the jewelry. So he poisoned the rice and went back to the place. As soon as he reached the place, the other thief killed him immediately with his sword. He saw the rice and started eating it, as he was also very hungry, and died instantly. The Bodhisattva then, after collecting some money, returned to the location where his teacher was captured and saw his teacher slit in 2 pieces. Immediately he knew that his teacher had used the mantra, so he collected some timber, made a funeral pyre, and burnt the body. As he walked a bit further, he saw the bodies of 500 thugs who had captured them, and a little further he saw the bodies of the rest of the thugs. He counted and saw that 2 of them were missing. Seeing all this, he thought that those 2 also might have come to a bad end, as they might not be able to control their greed. As suspected, just a little ahead, he found the bodies of 2 thugs, one with a sword inside and one with a bowl of rice. He also found the jewelry alongside the body. He thought to himself, "My teacher did not pay attention to what I said, and unable to take advice, brought disaster not just to himself, but to another 1,000 men." He then collected the jewelry and returned to his village. He spent this lifetime in the village and spent the jewelry for doing the right and auspicious things. Comment and subscribe for more such contents.